Hi, Jenaya. I wanted to give you some video feedback since this site has changed so much um, and you won't have video from your peers. So I like where you're going with this. I understand the changes. And so I'm going to work from where you are so that week 4, which will be actually week 5 because of spring break, you'll be able to have some feedback to implement. I see where you've changed your navigation to the horizontal, and that was smart given what you had. I would go further and I would try to remove these lines. I think it will be cleaner, less choppy, and it'll get you a little more space up here. So that's what I would do. The logo, super easy to read. I do think, it didn't bother me what I saw, the logo so much. It just needed maybe a drop shadow, or it could be moved over here. A student actually saw your homepage yesterday when I was grading and really liked it. So I'm not sure we want to cover this up quite so opaquely. You have brought this up in full full transparency, or opacity, and it looks great. It's a good image. I'm kind of going to overlook for the moment that this is probably glassware. We'll pretend that it isn't. Pretend it's paper. Maybe it is. As we go through, this is just about the right amount of content you have. This sentence never brings this needs a period here. And everything's centered. This is a great image. Don't know if you need this, but it doesn't bother me. The image that you have in the back is good. It falls back, it's deep, it has the color to match here, so it doesn't stand out so much. It really just looks like you've got this simple image coming up that isn't a priority. It's just background image, so that's good. I understand this. Actually, I think it might look better without that, or a little bit less. But that doesn't bother me. Here we start to feel a little different. I'm not sure if that's the same font here. You've changed at least from narrow and wide and so forth. So I don't think we need this overlay at all. To tell you the truth, I think it'd be fine without it. It does center some of the things, but this one doesn't bother me as much. This one, it doesn't feel right, okay? This, we've changed colors from the blue. I don't know that we've changed fonts. I'd have to go here and see. This is all caps, so we do want to be consistent with that. And just check your spacing here. Double check your font sizes, make sure they're all the same. Spacing, I mean, like this space here is different from this. All right, so things like that. But otherwise, this is legible. Might want to inch it up just a little, not much. I mean, it's really not an issue. This works for me. You've got some color matching here, so that's okay. Double check if this is this the Golden Gate Bridge? If it is, I'm not sure. I thought that was in San Francisco, but double check that. And here, this is San Diego. Let's pull this down to a second line so this lines up, or find a way to edit this to one line, which I will allow you to do because we want it to be designed right. That's the main point. Let's break these up into 2 paragraphs so we have a little space, and have them end in the same place. If that means putting this right here in a sentence, whatever you have to do to align these dotted lines and your edge here. That's what you want to end up with. And, you know, here, have that follow up. Same here, okay? You want to align these things. Line them up. Break that up into 2 sentences. Make sure that this doesn't have one word on it. Reflow it. Nice, nice. Totally different font here. So we got to be careful about that. And we now have tableware. Not sure. Might be okay because maybe they're just cooking with it, you know, given the pan. And all caps here. So if you want to go all caps, make sure they're all caps. And you've got the contact us and the feedback. I would have the feedback be later. Maybe even the testimonials. All right. Let's tighten these up just a little bit. You can go ahead and have that there. It's kind of a lot for the testimonials to scroll. I don't know, you could try a 2-column to where this is on the right and all of your feedback is on the left. I know it will no longer be centered, so that's something to decide about. And then when you get to your contact, okay. All right. That's pretty straightforward. And it does fall. Let's see. The menu. I usually avoid the online. It doesn't. Yeah, I would take. You could just take that out. I mean, the image is nice, but it's a little more complicated and not necessary. I feel like this may be another font, so we want to fix that, and you want to edit these down to where they're the same number of rows so that they line up. You wouldn't be able to do that for a client. You'd have to ask them before you cut, but to make it look good, it's important here for your portfolio. You know, all the way through, you want to do that. Yeah, make sure your spacing will then be the same between everything. Okay, it's pretty good. Okay, so we're going through a lot there. Okay. So if we're on the menu and we go back here, it's scrolling. So I think it would be good if you just put anchor points straight to here and see about eliminating that full page scroll. That's a problem with the parallax scrolling. It can sometimes really throw a wrench in things, all right? But otherwise, I know you're going to be getting this where you need it. You know, the pages themselves are looking good. Just some consistency and some edits and things, all right? All right, good job.